Logan the Layman Critic here. It's been a while since I did a straight review of media, so I thought I'd go back to the old formula for a bit. After a couple of years of waiting until I could finish the series, I now bring you a critique of City Hunter. Now, I'll be blunt, I freaking love City Hunter. This show is fantastic. It's not perfect, we'll get to that in a moment, but there is so much to enjoy with this series, starting with the music. The intro hits us with a pop theme song called Love Don't Leave Me, accompanied by a barrage of neon and noir inspired visuals. It's romantic, exciting, sexy, adorable, and funny all at once. And right away, the combination leaves you feeling good. It's the first of several great intros over the course of the series, but it may well exemplify the show's tone best over any other. The story follows Dio Saiba, a gun for hire known in the underworld as a sweeper. Sweepers do a variety of different jobs, ranging from bodyguard to detective to contract killer. Saiba works with his partner, the former detective Makimura, to help people who are in trouble. But within the first few episodes, Makimura is murdered, and Saiba is tasked with protecting his partner's younger sister, Kaori. She proves to be a feisty and resourceful woman and soon becomes Saiba's partner. She serves as the brains and go between, while Saiba is the muscle, though both characters' duties overlap quite a bit. Their relationship dynamic is the core of the show. Dio Saiba is someone who's been through a lot. He likes to live on the edge. And he can be quite serious when there's danger, and he shows deep loyalty and love towards those he cares about. But he's mostly a lecherous goofball who loves to drink and visit strip clubs. And that's where a lot of the comedy comes in. Kaori is green to the business, but she's much more organized and professional. She knows how to separate business from pleasure. And she's constantly intercepting Dio's advances toward their clients, often by way of hitting him with a comically oversized hammer. He drives her absolutely crazy with his antics. Yet, despite all that, she's able to see the tenderness he has deep down, and she's in love with him. And he loves her, but he only lets her see little flashes of that love. The romantic tension between Dio and Kaori is simultaneously one of City Hunter's biggest strengths and its greatest weakness. The storylines often put this mismatched pair in situations where they have to rely on each other to get the job done, even as they're quarreling, and this can often lead to really cute moments of affection that hint at something more than just a partnership. That's what really kept me invested in these characters and wanted to continue watching. And on a few notable occasions, we get to see true moments of romantic love, moments that make the long journey through this series worth the wait. That is, until the show's formula gets in the way. City Hunter's main gag is that Dio Saiba is a lecher, and Kaori is his jealous partner with a hammer ready to put him in his place. And the show is so devoted to this gag, they will completely undermine any romantic progress between the characters in order to preserve that gag. It's incredibly frustrating. And after a while, it gets you jaded because you know that even if there's a touching and romantic scene, it's going to be undone with Dio skirt chasing at the end of the episode. Now, if you don't want spoilers, I suggest skipping ahead about 15 seconds. I watched this entire series and the movies in the hopes that I would get some sort of payoff with Dio and Kaori finally becoming a couple, and it never happened. Now, it's my understanding that the original manga ended in such a way that implied that they got married, and the spin off, Angel Heart, also has the two characters together. So you'd think the anime would at least throw us a bone, but alas. So that's my main complaint with City Hunter. As for other things that I enjoy, the animation is fantastic. The character designs are gorgeous, the men are handsome, the women are beautiful. This show loves the human form, especially the female form. You never get recycled designs, and when you consider that this show ran for about 5 years plus, and then several movies afterward, that's quite an impressive feat. The action is always executed in an exciting fashion, sometimes feeling like Dirty Harry, sometimes like James Bond, and other times like Rambo. There's fist fights, gunfights, car chases, boat chases, and impossibly close calls to name a few thrills. Shinjuku City is drawn in such a dynamic way. The use of colors, particularly cooler colors against neon, gives it a very distinctive personality. And while I would never classify City Hunter as noir, it certainly takes inspiration from the genre in its presentation and use of tropes. The overall quality of animation noticeably improves as the series goes on, although I prefer some of the character designs and color work from the early seasons. City Hunter 3 uses more naturalistic color schemes, and slight changes to the character design for Saiko creates a bit of a disconnect from the rest of the show, but the last season makes a course correction. Now, going back to the intros, they are all impressive displays. Most of them tend to focus on one particular facet of the show. One might be all about the underworld intrigue, while others emphasize the lighter elements or the romance, but they are all incredibly animated. The theme songs aren't all of the same caliber, but don't let that keep you from feasting your eyes. The outros are also very well made. These tend to be a bit more stylized, even experimental. For example, the Get Wild outro from season 1 is animated in almost entirely black and shades of gray, while Still Love Her from season 2 uses actual footage of Shinjuku with images of the characters occasionally overlaid atop the video. For me, Go Go Heaven from season 1 is my favorite intro, while Supergirl from season 2 is my favorite outro. Before I wrap up, I'll briefly acknowledge that there are criticisms from modern audiences who find this show to be objectionable because of its depiction of women. To which I say, nonsense. The women in the show are smart and capable as well as attractive, and Dio Saiba's behavior, while played for laughs, is never intended as something to aspire to or emulate. I wouldn't even be inclined to comment on this if it weren't for the fact that people these days have to get offended by everything and feel like our art and entertainment needs to serve as a manual for how to live life, and that's silly. City Hunter is entertainment, pure and simple. And judging this anime as a whole, City Hunter has aged considerably well, and I completely understand its longevity as a property. It has a unique aesthetic, both visually and musically, and it blends the two together in beautiful harmony. So go check it out, and when you're done, watch the movies and the specials. Thanks for watching.